St. Paul shooting leaves 3 dead. According to the police department, the shooting happened on the 900 block of Case Avenue East in the city's Payne-Phalen neighborhood. This was written for KARE 11 by Samantha Fischer, originally published on September 4th, 2022. St. Paul police say 3 people are dead and 2 others are injured following a shooting in the city's Payne-Phalen neighborhood. So over 5 people were shot on Sunday in a Christian nation. In a press conference Sunday night, SPPD Public Information Officer Sergeant Michael Ernster said officers were called to a home on the 900 block of Case Avenue East around 4:30 p.m. on reports of multiple people shot. Side note here, I lived in Minneapolis for a summer. I really enjoyed Minneapolis, the St. Paul area, while living there. I did not get to see all of the city, but I have a favorable opinion of the city. So if anybody is watching this video from that area, please don't consider this video as an attack on your area. I attack the entire country for its gun culture, gun policy, and lack of gun control. I want to say that some people from Minnesota, from Minneapolis, from the St. Paul area will say, maybe, possibly, I don't know if this is true, that this area was a bad neighborhood, or this area was a middle class neighborhood, or that this area was an upper class neighborhood, and this never happens here. Pause on all of that. It does not matter where somebody lives. It does not matter if somebody lives in the hood, if somebody lives in the suburbs, if somebody lives in Beverly Hills, or if they're homeless. Where you live does not determine if you should live. This is a mass shooting also, by the way, because a mass shooting is when 4 or more people are shot. A national tragedy every time it happens, and something that is very unique to the United States. We have had over 537 mass shootings in 2022 alone. That's more than 2 per day. Ernster said as they arrived, law enforcement encountered 2 people outside the home suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Ernster said it was those 2 victims who alerted officers to more possible victims inside. Officers entered the home and discovered 3 more people suffering from apparent gunshot wounds who were later pronounced dead by medical first responders. The 2 victims outside the home were transferred to the hospital and treated. Their status is currently unknown. By the way, some people will say, well, this is a tragedy, but 2 people survived. Once again, getting shot is a life-changing traumatic event. You don't know if somebody will get shot and have permanent physiological, psychological damage for the rest of their life, or if they'll need permanent therapy for either of those two, if that person will succumb to their injuries, if they'll become paralyzed, if that person will get into crippling debt because of their medical bills. So many things could happen because of somebody being shot. And all of this is preventable. Gun violence is always preventable. Guns serve little to no utility in our society. Somebody made a comment yesterday, and I read go check out the video I did reading comments. Somebody said, wow, you want to ban guns because they kill people, but more people die in car accidents. Cars serve an actual utility, and we as a society judge that cars do more good than harm. What good does the gun do? What good does the gun do? I make videos every day talking about the mass shootings that happen all the time, and the few instances where there is a good guy with a gun to stop the bad guy with the gun, or when somebody uses firearms correctly, are in the minority compared to all of the stories that are out there. 537 mass shootings. 537 mass shootings in 2022 alone are worth the idea of a good guy with a gun coming in to save the day, or you being the good guy with the gun to stop some person breaking into your home. It does not need to be this way. The unthinkable crime will not only affect the crime victims and their families, but it will affect the neighborhood where it occurred in our city as a whole, Ernster said. The SPPD says homicide investigators are continuing to process the complex scene to identify the person or persons responsible. We are dedicated to finding out who is responsible for this, and we are dedicated to finding out sooner than later, Ernster said. The SPPD says the names, ages, genders, and exact causes of death will be released by the SPPD and Ramsey County Medical Examiner in the coming days. The Ernster said police have been called to the house at least 17 times in the last year, with reports ranging from disorderly conduct, domestic crimes, and aggravated assault. Some people will say these people were criminals, these people were thugs, these people were X, Y, and Z, everything but American citizens, because apparently when somebody commits a crime in America, that justifies any sort of violence happening to them, or that justifies them living in environments filled with violence. Where is the Christian ethic in that? Where is the moral principle in that? Where is the humanist principle in all of this? People, wake up. In other countries, they have criminals. In other countries, they have people that want to hurt others. They do not have access to weapons to allow mass shootings to occur at the frequency they do in America. Tell me how many mass shootings happen in China, a country of 1 billion people. We, as Americans, with less than half of the population that China has had over 537 mass shootings in 2022 alone. Oh, close to 600 people have died from this. If we were talking about how many dogs got ran over every year, people would be in an uproar. But because we're talking about actual human lives being lost, this goes as minor news in some back page of some website in a part of the country that most people have never heard of. But it matters because all lives matter, right? All lives matter. Abolish the Second Amendment. I hope the people that survived this incident recover. Rest in peace to those who are dead. I do not make these videos for clout. Continue watching to continue the discussion on mass shootings and to hopefully advocate for social change that will save American lives. My name is Simon Hill. Thank you for watching. Peace.